Today on We Love It Outdoors.
Yeah, baby! Woo-hoo! Look at that!
The temperatures here drop sometimes to 40 below.
Look at the sun hitting the back there. I mean, that is why they call them the greenback.
That is a
Look
tank.
at that.
That is a tank.
Lake Winnipeg!
Bye-bye, baby. Yeah. Look at that. Awesome.
I'm Dan Eigen, full-time guide and avid outdoorsman. These days, it's easy to get stuck inside in a virtual world. But the real world is outside.
Look at that awesome looking fish.
So I challenge you to put your instincts to work, making real memories with real people. Because we love it outdoors. A vast, featureless frozen tundra. This is what life looks like for nearly half the year on the 11th largest freshwater lake in the world. But unknown to many outdoor lovers, under this exterior of wind-blown snow and rock-hard ice, mighty Lake Winnipeg hides one of the greatest walleye fisheries in North America.
Gorgeous fish, aren't they?
They call them greenbacks because of their unusual fluorescent green color. And like the water they live in, these walleyes are big.
Wow. Oh, yeah. That is cool.
The We Love It Outdoors team has made the trek north to find out firsthand what these Lake Winnipeg walleyes are all about. I'm joined by my good friends Jim Paff and John Miley. And to show us the ropes, we're meeting up with veteran Lake Winnipeg guide Alex Keszler.
Welcome to the land of the greenbacks. Look at that thing.
Hi, boys.
Hey, Alex.
Welcome to Lake Winnipeg.
Thank you very much. Really good to be here.
Ready to go hunt some big green hogs? Oh, you bet. You bet. The bite's been pretty good. I've been fishing the south end, and the fish are starting to migrate that way. So we figured we'd come up on the west side, about 30 miles north of where I've been fishing, and trying to intercept these ones come sliding down the west side. 3 weeks ago I had a 33 incher. I don't even know how big it was. It was 15 or I don't even know. It was so big.
Awesome.
But this is really cool because this is like deer hunting for fish. Like we hunt them down. Okay, what we're gonna do, Dan, we're gonna focus on the shallower fish first.
Yeah.
Because once you get out here, I'll zoom out, it's like an ocean. It could be anywhere in that deeper water. Mm-hmm. So where this blue, we're gonna hang around that blue zone. I have no inkling to go out to 25, 30 in the ocean looking for them. So these are I think high percentage areas.
The drive out onto this massive lake is awe-inspiring. Nearly 10,000 square miles of frozen water can kind of make a person feel small and insignificant. Finding a fish here can seem like an impossible task, and in the past, it might have been. But here, technology has been a game changer. GPS and mapping allow guides like Alex to pinpoint even the most gradual break lines and likely holding spots, and also ensure you not only get where you're going, but also get back home at the end of the day. Pretty important when all you can see in any direction is white.
This is pretty crazy. We've got two extensions on here, two 12 inchers. Look at that. That is a lot of ice. Yeah, baby! Woo-hoo! Look at that! Wow!
We're fishing out of the small community of Gimli, Manitoba today, located on the lake's western shore, about 30 miles north of Winnipeg. Known as New Iceland, the residents of Gimli are fiercely proud of their Icelandic heritage and fishing traditions.
There's one. There's one.
There you go, Jim. Ooh,
Easy.
yeah, half.
Go easy.
Should I pull this out?
What you got there?
Small one, but
Nice one.
nice fish.
Ooh, you weren't even telling us, huh?
Every weapon.
Sneaky. That'll taste good, won't it?
Jim got us off to a solid start, but our day one trip along the western shore resulted only in a handful of eater-sized fish. It appeared most of the monster females had already migrated past this point, further into the southern basin. So we decided on day two we would move south with them. Sounds simple enough? But as we are to find out, nothing is ever easy on Lake Winnipeg in the winter.
The temperatures here drop sometimes to 40 below. I'm telling you, the weather's gonna hurt most people and we can't let it hurt us. There's fish biting somewhere all the time. That's what we have to remember and focus on. The big attraction here is this is the very south basin of the lake. It's a huge spawning area. The Red River feeds into it. That's one of the major spawning places. The Broken Head River and the whole beach. It's all beach sand and pebbles and like little river stones, and that's where they all spawn. I think a lot of these fish are lake spawners. So this is actually probably the biggest gathering point on the lake in the South Basin, right here, right where we're sitting.
There's a big fish down here right now.
Get him.
Yeah.
Keep working your lure up.
I tried to do that and he just spooked out of there, but
Yeah.
So there's.
Oh, I got one on me here.
Do
too
you?
now.
Okay, catch that big bugger.
Come on.
That was good to see. That was a nice big
Oh,
red
they're
line.
not closing the distance. We're gonna have to start changing tackle tactics already.
And I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go with the plastic right now. I attracted them
That's a good idea.
with the old chubby darter there, but I'm gonna drop in and whack them with this. These are bigger fish. They're just chowing down, and we're attracting them and catching them on big baits, big rattle baits. But there's gonna be certain days where you're gonna see them come up and they're not gonna slam that. That's where it's nice to have multiple setups, you know, something that might be a little bit more subtle. And like I say, I just went to a plastic here that might trigger them. Here's a fish right here.
I like to use. There you go. Oh,
Nice
that's a good one too.
Nice one.
I'll help you there. buddy.
Nice.
There we go.
First one of the day. I gotta like that.
Now, when you get him close, lift more than wind.
Okay.
Yeah, get his head in the hole. Keep lifting. That's a big fish. Keep lifting. That's a big fish. Walleye Dan, of course, has another walleye on. Keep going. Here he comes. Keep lifting. Just keep. You don't have to look. I'll get him.
I want to grab
Oh,
him.
look at the
wanna
size of
grab
that
him.
thing. Look at the size of that
Oh.
thing. Holy smokes!
Alex Keszler. Oh, you are the
That
man.
is awesome.
First spot of
This
the
is our
day.
first stop. Look at that beautiful tank.
And this, ooh, look at that. Dropped it right down. to his tummy.
Good choice going to the rubber bait.
I mean, I went.
You
I
adapted.
I
You know
brought
what?
him in with that,
Wow.
that chubby darter.
That's
and
giant.
Isn't that a big? Look at that
Giant.
beautiful fish.
You know what? Put his head in the hole for a minute. He's glazing up quickly.
Okay.
So it's cold today. We really can't handle these fish long today. It's cold, windy. We do not want to hurt these giant monsters. We're going to pull them out once more just for a quick little show, and we're getting them right back in. It's like a 10, 11 pounder. It's a huge,
good call, Alex.
huge fish.
Good call.
Pull her
Okay,
up.
I'm gonna pull it up to
One
show
more
you one more
time.
time, but we don't want to kill these fish. These
No.
are precious females that are coming in to spawn.
That
so
is a
look
tank.
At that.
That is a tank.
Lake
Dan.
Winnipeg. Bye-bye, baby.
Beautiful. Look at that. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome fish, buddy.
Woo!
I love it.
Ooh.
There we go.
That away, Jim.
What do you got there, Jim? What do you got there?
Good one.
Good one?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
nice one.
That away.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful fish. Look at that.
Oh, good fish.
Nice work, Pap. What do you got going? A big old.
Williams.
Wobbler.
Wow.
Big spoons can be key on this body of water too. Big flash. You know, they'll swim around negative and something like that will trigger them to bite.
Boy, is
Beauty. Very beautiful
that-
fish.
Nice job, Jim.
Beautiful. Oh, I got one looking here now. Here he comes. Finicky, they're finicky today. Very featureless bottom here, 15, 17 feet, 12 feet. It's just soft and it's like a big open field.
And the shiners are their main forage?
Yes.
And gold eyes?
There's gold eyes in here and tulipies also.
And most of those are riding high suspended. That's why we're fishing so high off the bottom? Or?
Yes. Here he comes. He's gonna bite.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That one, Dan.
You let me know what you want out of me.
There, just get him. It's not that big. It's a nice one though.
That's an eater, wouldn't you say?
No, that's a little big to eat. But
Is
you
it?
know what? I gotta tell you what I did here. I had a big number 7 rattling wrap on, and I downsized to the rip and wrap, the little tiny guy. Downsizing is key here because the fish will tell you what they want. That one didn't want the big bait. Hold it up a little there, Dad. That one didn't want the big bait. I downsized to this little rip and wrap right here, that little tiny thing, and he inhaled it. So going downsizing today is probably a good thing.
The We Love It Outdoors crew is on the 11th largest freshwater lake in the world, battling the kind of conditions only giant Lake Winnipeg can produce, but also catching the kind of walleyes only Lake Winnipeg can produce.
Now there's a fat little Lake Winnipeg tank.
We're certainly not alone on the big water. In fact, we're in the midst of the largest annual gathering of snow bear owners in North America, the Snow Bear Migration, a yearly get-together organized by my buddy Mario Nazarella of Snow Bear.
You know, I fished here many years, and lots of times in March you see a lot of vehicles on the ice. This year has been so cold and we had so much snow, there's virtually 0 vehicles. There's 3 or 4 Suburbans with tracks on them that can drive out here. Everything else has to be a snow bear or a snowmobile or a quad with tracks. And I gotta tell you, it is kind of good in a way. It promotes people to buy the equipment you need because you can't always drive out here. So if you want to ice fish hard, save your bucks, get yourself something good so you can still come out and enjoy it. And today, as tough as the conditions are, we are in the middle of nowhere and we're having fun. Got him!
Ooh, nice one.
No, he's not very big. Well, maybe he's a little bigger than I thought. How's he look, Dan?
He looks pretty nice.
That's a nice fatso.
Whoa, look at that. Greedy.
See that fish there is probably 22 inch. Those are not the ones you want to harm. Those are the ones with the fat little bellies. Fat little bellies, those are the ones you got to release.
That's a beautiful fish right
Let's see
there.
if I can pop this out with that hook you got.
Look at the sun hitting the back there. I mean, that is why
There
they
we go.
call them the greenback. That is so pretty. Man.
Jig wobbler.
Oops. We got to be careful, right?
Nice. You know what? Electronics is so big in fishing right now, especially ice fishing. You have to figure out how to trigger those fish and what to use. And without the aid of electronics, you're fishing like a blind guy. You can't see nothing. You don't even know what to do when they show up. This tool teaches us how to catch these fish that are finicky, because we can adjust our baits, we can adjust our depths, we could go below him, you see him follow it, now you know he's interested. You do all that stuff, and at the end of the day, that tool is the most valuable tool for any type of ice fishing, any species.
Oh, there's a fish. Here's my bait right here. And there's the fish right there. Look at that red line. Yeah, last time I held it still, I'm gonna, oh, okay, now hit it.
There you go. You
Nice
got him.
one.
There we go, Dan. What do you got there?
I got a nice walleye.
Okay, get him in. There, I see your leader.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Now there's a Lake Winnipeg horse.
Yes.
Holy smoke.
Look at that. I want to kiss you, but I'm not gonna. Look
You know
at
what?
this. Oh, and I was just talking.
Look at that beautiful
I was just
fish.
talking that, you know, earlier this morning I had a beautiful fish about that same size.
This one's a little bigger, I think.
And I said I had one more in me.
Yes, you did.
Wow, look at that beautiful fish.
You know what? Soak her head a little. We don't want to freeze the eyes.
Oh,
that is such
boy.
a beautiful fish.
Boy, oh boy.
We'll let her settle down and take another photo.
This is so exciting.
That's a pretty good waypoint.
Oh, hey, hey, she's gone! Oh, look at this! Oh, the man's crazy!
That was hilarious.
That was a beautiful fish. But
you know what? That was awesome. That was awesome.
It was awesome.
No, what you just did there?
Well,
I met a guy crazier than me. Finally, took 56 years.
Oh boy. Here's what I was using right there. That's caught 2 big fish today right there, 4-inch power minnow. On a day like today where we've got these cold front conditions, I've caught 2 fish and they're both in that 9 to 10 pound category. So I guess if you're gonna get them big, right?
It's the final day of our hunt for the giant greenback walleyes on this massive frozen tundra of Lake Winnipeg. We've got one more greenback specialist with us today, local guide Roger Stearns, who is credited with developing the use of lipless, rattling crankbaits vertically through the ice to attract and catch these giant walleyes.
There we
There you go, Dad. Got him?
Woo! It's about time he hammered that live target.
What do you got him? What do you got there, Dad?
I got a Walter, pretty nice one.
Nice one.
Decent one.
Oh yeah. Nice one.
Oh, come on, I don't want to get a live target in the finger.
Careful. Look at that tank. Nice fish, Dad.
Thank you very much. That rod, really, I love that rod. It's like, you can feel that bait just vibrate. That's a sweet stick, and that's a sweet fish.
Rattling
right
crankbaits.
Oh, I don't want to hurt that.
We catch more fish on rattling crankbaits through the ice than we do in open water.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
It is. It's incredible.
It's incredible.
Pretty neat today. Roger setting me up with his rod and reel here. And this is the guy right here that pretty much put this lipless crank on the map for Lake Winnipeg. And
it's truly become the bread and butter of this lake. Like, so many people have caught big fish on it. They're so happy they show up here. That's the first bait they tie on.
well, it's got that vibration, it's got the rattle, it's got the flash. I mean,
Yeah.
you can tell you've caught a few fish on this one.
Oh yeah, I gave you one that was broken in a little bit.
I love it. But yeah, it's just, you know, you're rigged here with what, 14-pound fire line?
14-pound mono leader.
Okay.
But when you want to be able to control these baits, the head, see the shape of the head? That's what, when you're pulling it up through the water, helps it dig in and get that vibration.
Right.
And you yourself with that rod, you can feel it on the lift. It
That's a
just
great
goes
feeling. But you know
And
what
then
the
you-
better feeling is?
once they hit it.
Oh,
That's the
that
better
one
feeling.
just rocked it.
No, that's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
While bait selection is key, and these fish certainly prefer big, loud, flashy baits, staying on the fish is even more important and not easy when you're surrounded by dozens of square miles of basically featureless lake bottom.
We marked a few fish in the first spot way out here in the middle of nowhere. It's like an ocean. We caught a few nice ones, and we just sensed that we're in the tip of a school. So instead of running a half a mile, there's no need for that. You're getting a few bites, stick around in the area. We call them mini moves. We just move over 100, 150 yards, drill holes, fish, and this is our fourth time we did that, and we've caught fish in all the holes in all 4 moves. So probably for the next 2 hours, our moves are going to be limited down to 150, 200 yards at the most. You sense they're there, don't run 500 yards away. Just move 50, 100, 150 yards. You'll catch more fish that way.
Making mini moves can catch you mega fish.
I like that.
Okay, anyone that comes up here to Lake Winnipeg, we go through some really rough conditions. There's a lot of snow this year, the drifts are hard. You've outlaid a bit of money and you've purchased the lures that you want to bring up here. This is the system that I've come up with to protect my investment. This is a Plano box, small Planos inside. Everything's in there nice and tight. Things aren't getting smashed around. You reach in, pull out which box you want. And then when you want to put it back in there tight. There's no room for it to bounce. Start wearing paint off lures. Protect your investment. This is a great way to do it.
Got him. There we go. What do you got there, Roger? Any
It
weight?
feels no, not a great big one.
Got a good head shake.
He's fooling around at the bottom of the hole. I don't want to force him too much.
I'll get your transducer out of the way. Like that.
A little bit of brightness. to the
Another
day.
Lake Winnipeg beauty. Look at those fish. This would be a male. It's kind of called a slender body. Doesn't have the big fat stomach.
No,
Very nice. Very pretty.
they love posing.
Oh,
Jim's
we got one
as
over
well.
there too.
Take her slow. Remember what Alex said about the hole, right? Just pressure. When it gives you slack, let it just slide up the hole. It's bringing water up. It must be a decent one. It's a beauty. It's a big one. It's a really big one. Barely had it hooked too. Oh my goodness, that is what we're looking for. Look at that tanker. We've been looking for that one all day. Jim Path?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that is a gorgeous
That's
fish.
what we came for right there, buddy. That's a greenback.
Man, oh man, this trip has been one for the books here. The weather has been brutal. We've fished through it. Yesterday we caught a couple nice ones. Today it finally shaped up for us and we are working them over.
It's easy to get intimidated by a massive body of water like Lake Winnipeg. But by using the latest technology, being willing to experiment with non-traditional baits, and continuing to move and stay on active fish, even a place like this can feel like home for a walleye lover like me. And I guarantee we'll be back because we love it. Continue this adventure by visiting your local Mills Fleet Farm store or shop online at fleetfarm.com for all your sporting good needs and more. fleetfarm.com.